love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm drank up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm drank up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it, you elevate it.
I came over, I ain't sober, I'm still drunk, that's hangover. Might run it back when this page over. You the best thing, I done slaved over. Gon' arch you back and been way over. It's overdue for that understressing. Over him, now you underdressing. Call me up and I come finessing. Like, ooh, we shot it, what it do, what it don't. Baby, you a queen, you can move how you want. You was rocking with me when I couldn't stay afloat. They ain't never saying nothing wavy to a boat. Like, eyes up, look at me, now I'm the captain. Brought the camera, time for action. Split the legs just like a fraction. Tuck the napkin, time for snacking. You a mother meal. Tell me that it's mine, baby, tell me that it's real. Hit it to the Maxwell, tell me how it feel. It's gonna be a minute cause I'm in it for the thrill. Make her feel like heaven, she gon' put me in the wheel. And willingly I wanna do anything she wanna do. I ain't even wanna boo, but this is what the karma do. It's hard to be apart from you cause ooh, I
love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm drank up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm drank up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it, you elevate it, you.
tight, twisted around your finger like a piece of string. I'm winded, chasing after your ghost is real exhausting. I'm in love, but I don't think it's what I thought it was supposed to be. Love story, no guts and no glory. How did I get so dizzy thinking of you? I don't usually get like this. It's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? Well, I don't usually get like this. 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 Reminded of how I met you, tried to catch you falling. Instead I fell off myself and I just can't stop falling. These wings are gonna flap for me if I keep waiting. Keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting. How did I get so dizzy thinking of you? I don't usually get like this. I don't get like it's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? I just wanna kiss you. Well, I don't usually get like this. Get like this. Get like this. No. Loves me not. This bouquet is all I got. I'm dreaming, or could it be a future for you and me? She loves me, I know it's true. Or maybe I'm the fool for you. I don't usually get like this. It's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? Yeah, I don't usually get like this. Get like this. Oh, get like this. No, get like this.
Feel like falling deeper. Colder nights 난 너무 싫어. 기다리기에는 너무 길어. 줬던 내 사랑이 식어. 기대만 하는 것도 난 힘들어. No, I can't, just can't. 가져 내 맘을, 놔줘 내 가슴을 다 바쳐 사랑하기엔 내 자신이 너무 걱정돼. 바보 같은 생각이야. 알아 멍청해. 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지고 있어. 사랑이라는 거. Oh yeah. Baby can't you come with 가는 방향이 어딘지 서로 궁금해져 버려 애써 맘 졸여 하늘만 보면서 언제쯤 알게 될까 너도 나와 같은 생각을 하고 있을까 한참을 멍하니 보다 보니 살짝 어두워진 색깔 불그스름한 노을의 때깔 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을
You broke my heart a million times. Can't count the times I made you cry. Oh, we're such a mess now, and we're burning out. I get so sad at the thought of losing you.
Mic check 1, 2. What up, Thomas? Salute, Thomas. Before the billion, see, what up, bro? We gotta finish what we started on Monday, man. Before my internet kicked out.
The day goes by, even
I gotta read chapter 20. No, I'm sorry.
They make me smile. I stopped the world if it would
No, that's right. Chapter 20. We read chapter 19.
Yeah, to work things out, to work things out.
If your relationship life were a resume,
to work things out.
Come on.
To work things out.
Come on, y'all. And then as soon as we're done with this, we're going to come back and read chapter 21 and 22. Today. Did everybody take their vitamins today? I know you're not working out, but you're at least taking your vitamins, right? That's right, Tom. Thank you. Chapter 20. I'm ready to go. Hey, Kimberly. We're going to jump right into it. I almost want to stop the music, but we only got 1 minute left. The camera's coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? There you go. Good to see you guys.
The day goes by, even the worst ones.
We got some reading to do.
Make me smile. I stopped the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out. To work things out.
Come on.
To work things out.
Y'all know y'all like my song. You should hear you should hear the playlist I have for July.
To work things out.
You guys should listen to the playlist that I have for July.
To work things out.
The lighting is perfect. Come on.
To work things out. To work things out.
You ain't working out, Kim. When was the last time you been to the gym, Kim?
To work things out.
Y'all being lazy this summer. I can feel it. I can feel it. You're being lazy this summer. Kim, when's the last time you've been to yoga class, Pilates class, kickboxing class? When's the last time that you walked on the treadmill, got on the elliptical? When's the last time that you did the Stairmaster? Ain't nobody working out. Y'all cheating all summer long. What's up, LaRonda? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another chapter of Rich People Read, where we read a book a month to instruct you in the ways of the successful through the power of reading. We are currently reading the Book of Obsidian, the ladies edition. I am speaking directly to the ladies this month. This is to help you guys in your dating and mating lives. I'm not going to do too much of a monologue because really, the internet crashed on us on Monday at my other studio. Don't know what happened. And I hadn't had a chance to fire it up. So we're going to fire up and knock out chapter 20 right now, which is only 7 pages. And then we're going to kill this broadcast. And then we're going to come back and read chapters 21 and 22 in about 30 minutes after that. Kim says she works out 4 times a week. You guys believe it? She has a gorgeous face, but you can't tell. She's so close. I don't believe you, Kim. I don't believe you work out 4 times a week, Kim. I don't know. Send me a photo of you in the gym and I'll believe you, Kim. DM me a photo of you getting your workout on and then I will believe you. In the meantime, I don't believe it. I don't think anybody's working out right now. Everybody's being lazy. I hope everybody took their vitamins. Hey, LaRonda. Good morning, love. Let's get ready to go. Kim, it didn't pick up your salute. You know why? Because I paused the contest from Monday. It's been on pause for the last 3 days. So you're already in the system. Anyways, let's get ready to go, you guys. Let's move to our read screen. We are reading chapter 20. If your relationship life were a resume, what would it look like? Can you imagine if your relationship life was like a job resume? How many men you mess with? How many men you fell in love with? How many men you were just fuck buddies with? How many men you were teasing and just flirting with? What would your relationship life look like if it was a resume? How many jobs have you had with men as long as you've been an adult? No, you know what? Not even an adult. As long as you've been able to interact with the male species, ladies. You said, oh, the DM that I never respond to. I don't check my DMs. Like, do you understand how many DMs I get? I have the notifications turned off because it was killing my batteries. So I just don't check them. And then oftentimes it'd be people that be wanting me to pay for promote. It's too much. I get a lot of spam. DMs, but it's hard to decipher the ones that aren't spam, and I got to check them all. So I just kind of don't check them. But I'm gonna look for yours. I'm gonna come look for your DM after the show. I'm gonna search for your name. I'm gonna find it, and so send me a photo of you working out recently. Don't send me nothing that you did 2 years ago, Kim. I don't want to hear something. I don't want to see a photo of you working out 6 months ago. Send me a photo of you currently working out in the month of June, and I will apologize live. All right? I'm going to show you what accountability looks like. But you got to show me what accountability looks like. All right? All right, guys, here we go. Optimistic. You're going to send me, what address can you send optimistic juice? What's optimistic juice? What is optimistic juice? Kim, are you being nasty? What's optimistic juice? I'm not pessimistic. I am an optimistic man. I look at the glass as half full, generally. But when it comes to fitness in America, with these dismal numbers that we have, where 75% of women in America are overweight, I do not put too much optimism in that. So you can give me all the optimistic juice you want. My pessimism is going to override it when it comes to fitness and health in America. All right, guys. You're back in the gym tomorrow, huh? Okay. All right. I'll look forward over the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, if your relationship were a resume, what would it look like? Following up on the previous chapter about Black women knowing their worth, right? I thought to present to you, dear readers or listeners that's listening to Shannon, the following very interesting vignette from our Black social media age. In early December 2021, that's only 7 months ago, it was brought to my attention that a Black woman had come before the viewing and listening public to share her thoughts on a matter that had reached critical mass importance. That of what, if anything, the lovely ladies of our time bring to the table in a relationship and or marriage. That crazy question that's always sidebar that everybody hears today. What do you bring to the table? Ladies, now you guys already know how I feel about that. I think it's a silly question. I don't think that men should be asking women what do they bring to the table. But we're going to see what Obsidian says. The lady in question once one Miss Delia King of Kansas City, Missouri, freely admitted that upon a degree of introspection that is certainly rare for most Black women in our time today, all that I have to offer is some pussy. That's what she said. She said, when it comes to the question of what do you bring to the table in 2021 December, she said, all that I have to offer is some pussy, and proceeded to explain how and why. In her early 30s, that's how old she was, embroiled in baby daddy drama in which the baby daddy appears to have abducted their son and they haven't seen each other weeks. Miss King has never been married and seems to have another child with yet another baby daddy, an all too familiar state of affairs with far too many Black women today. Miss King, one-time beauty salon owner and operator and a tattoo model, has come to the realization that she brings far too many liabilities to any black man worth his salt. And what assets, pardon the pun, she does bring to the table just may not be worth the hassle of it all. Again, a rare moment of clarity for a Black woman today. Miss King's confession wasn't kept under the bushel for long. World Star Hip Hop, the world's most successful Black male website, especially for that highly coveted and elusive 18-year-old to 35-year-old demographic who loves to read World Star Hip Hop, and the Shade Room, by the way, carried Mrs. King's Instagram TikTok confession, and as of this writing, nearly a month later, has garnered nearly 1 million views and over 6,100 comments. And that was 7 months ago. Clearly, what Miss King had to say strongly resonates with the men. And it's not hard to tell why. What most Black women don't want to admit is that they come a lot closer to Miss King's situation than they may be willing to openly or privately divulge. That all they have to bring to the table is some pussy, especially when it's 2 baby daddies and a bunch of baby daddy drama. Oh, the irony. What's fascinating to me about this latest attempt in a Black social media teapot concerning quote unquote Black love isn't the actual question of what do you bring to the table, but rather the sheer indignation so many Black women have when being faced with actually having to answer said question. When so many of them have been berating Black men with this very same query for decades. Indeed, I have vivid memories of Black women openly asking aloud this question, whether speaking directly to an individual Black man or not, as if asking everyone within earshot or something. At the time, and I'm hearkening back to the mid to later 1980s, there were songs by popular Black female singers to underscore this line of questioning by the lovely ladies of this period. Janet Jackson, "What Has He Done For You Lately?" Y'all know that song. "What have you done for me lately?" Dun, 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 dun. That's the song that we grew up on. That's the music that was training and indoctrinating us over and over and over again. What has he done for you lately? That's the shit that they played when I was young myself. Sidebar. Let's continue. And Gwen Guthrie's "Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent," both which dropped in the year 1986. Easily come to mind, to say nothing of the latter tracks to follow in the following decade of the 20th century. Tunes like Erykah Badu's "You Better Call Tyrone." Y'all know Tyrone. And then TLC had "No Scrubs." Destiny's Child had "Bills, Bills, Bills." Round out easily documented examples of Black women asking Black men at large, "What do you brothers bring to the table?" Had music and was making millions of dollars on such questions to Black men for decades, and nobody batted an eye, nobody questioned, nobody argued. That's just what we were supposed to deal with at the time. And now, oh, how the tables have turned. Oh, the irony. Black women clearly didn't have any qualms. They had no problems with putting Black men on a whole on blast with this question, and demanded to see clear and present proof that they could measure up to even get an audience with any one of them. But when the tables have turned some 3 decades later, which is today, Now that the tables have turned 30 years later in 2022, black women now want to get their backs up? Please. Now you want to get upset at this question all of a sudden? Suddenly that question is stupid, ladies? You've been singing bills, bills, bills. What has he done for you lately? Ain't nothing going on but the rent, scrubs. And nobody had no problems. Nobody batted an eye. And now that men are asking that question, now that we're looking at the receipts 30 years later, all of a sudden you hate that question. I hear it time and time again. On Clubhouse, when I'm in Club, I hear it time and time again in chat rooms and on discussion boards and on Facebook. Y'all hate that question now? I don't like it, but I'm just one person. That's because I have an alternative question. What value do you bring to my life? That's the question I would prefer men to ask. But just for argument's sake, all of a sudden, ladies, you guys now don't like the question of what do you bring to the table since you've been beating us up with it for 30 fucking years. And now all of a sudden you don't like it. That doesn't make much sense, does it? But welcome to Black America. Anyways, let's continue. What this current situation proves beyond a shadow of a doubt is just how lacking in self-awareness so many of you black women are, along with a good bit of uncaring narcissism. It falls right in line with the general lament many black women have in our time about the rise of the black manosphere. While black women themselves have had the whole of both white mainstream media, entertainment, and academia with which to air out their grievances about black men, to say nothing of their own vagina vision media, from Essence Magazine and Oprah Winfrey, all the way down to Madame Noir and For Harriet in our time today, and everything in between. Many of you actually will attempt to argue that you had nothing to do with what your mama and nanas did back in the day, completely missing the fact that you stand on their shoulders and ape the very same talking points, virtually line for line from the same playbook for the better part of the half of the century. Hey, M. Mills, good to have you here, love. You can't just make this stuff up, you guys. One could debate as to whether tit for tat is the way to go. Heck, I certainly have. But if you're serious about any degree of fairness, ladies, and reason, you can't have any problems with one side asking such put you on the spot question as what do you bring to the table, but you're ready to get the pitchforks and torches out when the other side asks the same question. But the reason why so many black women, in fact, do get so indignant is because they know that what they consider to be their trump card, quote unquote, is, as Steve Harvey said in his previous chapter, what they're sitting on, the pussy. And we saw that in the last chapter. What are you sitting on, ladies, may not be as valuable as you think. All of which brings us to the next point. Here's a question, ladies. And this is for all of you listening to your boy Shan. What does your relationship resume look like? Do you even have a relationship resume? Hey, Alicia. Good morning. What I write now follows the above section, focused on something black women who are most likely to read this book will clearly understand. The resume. Y'all know resumes. You guys are all bosses, right? You all got you working on your career, so you know what a resume is. All of you know what it is. A concise history of your employment experience, accomplishments, and your competencies that make you a viable, even desirable candidate for a job. That's what a resume is. And yes, dating and relationships, especially for the kinds of conspicuously successful black men you most desire, is in fact a job. What up, political scientists? Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. As one myself, and who happens to know quite a few such black men, they very much tend to look at such a matter along these lines. As Dr. Helen Smith, the author of Men on Strike, Men Are Boycotting Marriage, Fatherhood and the American Dream and Why It Matters, that book was written in 2013, She has stated numerous times, both on social media and in print, that men are cost benefit calculators. And the kinds of high value black men that many of you black women are in the market for make mating decisions much in the same manner they do for anything else in their business dealings. And yes, ladies, marriage, relationships, and even dating is a business. Javaro, what up, bro? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Javaro. I'm glad you're here, bro. Let's continue. As it has been repeatedly demonstrated time and time again, many of you lovely black ladies can and will go to an extraordinary lengths to make things happen on the educational and your career fronts. You will work very hard on your job, your career, your goals, the things that you want to do in life. You work very hard on those, including going into massive school debt. Sidebar, I was just reading about a daycare here in Los Angeles down the street from me. And there's a young lady that started a daycare. She's about 33 years old today. She was on the About Us page, because I was reading the About Us page on her daycare, right? I was just looking at the various daycares that's within walking distance of my house. And this young lady expounds that she's married. She has children. She's loved children all her life. She has 2 kids. And there's another issue I can talk about, which is how her website and her presentation is, but that's not the point. The point I'm making now is she went to UCLA. She got a UCLA education. And I was like, that's nice. Until I found out that she got her degree in Spanish. She got her fucking UCLA degree in Spanish. And now she's a daycare owner. She got her degree in Spanish, and she worked as an intern downtown at the federal building for a short stint. And now she runs a daycare, something of which she did not have to go and get her UCLA college degree for. She said she took a few classes on parenting and upper education, child development. But by and large, how do you go to UCLA and you go to school for Spanish? Like these meaningless fucking degrees that you guys get into massive debt with, and then you meet a guy. And I looked at her husband. I saw a picture of him. I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee he didn't go to college, right? But the burden is on him to make sure that that debt is covered. Shout out to the fellas that's giving a super chat. I'm going to shout you guys out in a second. Shout out to kosher clinicians in the house. What up, kosher? What up, Javaro? I'm going to give you guys a shout out in a second. She has a degree. She has her degree in Spanish, ladies and gentlemen. And as Obsidian says in here, listen, I normally stop what I'm doing and give my shouts out, but I got to get used to collectively giving it to you guys. So I want to, like, right now in my head, I want to shout out my man Kosher, and I want to shout out my man Javaro for blessing me. But you guys got to work with your boy, because I'm trying to get into the groove of just continuing and then coming back. I put a star on both of those super chats so I can come back to it. So don't y'all let me forget to shout out my guys that gave me a blessing just now. Gave this whole channel a blessing. Then I'm gonna read and address whatever they wrote. I'm trying to stay away from it, and I could have did it in the time that I'm talking right now, but this is a transition, so everybody work with me. All right. Anyways, so she got a degree at UCLA in Spanish, and as Obsidian says, where did he go? As it has been repeatedly demonstrated time and time again, you lovely black ladies will go through extraordinary lengths to make things happen on your educational and career fronts, include going into massive school debt and working at all times of the day and night. But don't give a fraction of that same time, focus, and energy towards choosing the right guy. And when you have chosen him, doing what it takes to keep him. Another sidebar. Shout out to the women. I thought I'd never say this. As educated as I am, as smart as I am, as I've been to 5 different colleges and universities I've attended. Shout out to the women who intentionally didn't go to college because they felt that it wouldn't advance their goals. Because they knew that why get into school debt? Why go there when I can do what I need to do without going there? I have a whole now. Don't get me wrong. I promote higher education. I promote vocational education, meaning go to school for what you're meant to go to school. I told you guys a story about me and my best friend. He went to USC. I went to Cal State Long Beach, and Cal State Long Beach had me taking all these stupid ass interdisciplinary classes, like fucking basket. Like I was taking classes like I think I was taking a class on how to meet and greet people better, like how to better shake hands. And this was a required course in business. It was weird. And I was like, why am I taking this? This is not teaching me anything about management information systems, nothing about computer information systems. While my best friend went to USC, all his classes was strictly film and TV. He went to the directorial program. And it always found it at the public schools like like Cal State Long Beach, as opposed to USC, which is a private school. They'll waste your fucking time to get as much money out of you because they're forcing you to stay in school longer than you need to, just so you can go into more and more debt. Now, thank God I was able to pay off my student loans, right? That I had acquired, that I really didn't need to get, but it was like free money at the time. Didn't realize it, wasn't thinking, didn't have any guidance. So later on, I ended up having to pay these fucking student loans off, and I did, and I was in a position to do so. But a lot of people aren't. So shout out to the people who get out of high school and know exactly what the fuck they want to do, who's laser focused on their goals, men and women alike. In some colleges are a hustle. I thought I'd never say that, being a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, and a high, I'm very school is necessary for when it's necessary. College is necessary for when it's necessary. But if it's not necessary for what you want to do, don't waste your motherfucking time and money. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I'm saying that as a guy who's been up and down the mountain in college, who's been through late registration and done all of that and gone to school and did all the, and been a member of the Black Business Association and this University Student Union. I did all of that, you guys. All of that was Mr. College, right? I had all the backpacks and the whole nine, student parking. I did all of that. Lived in the dorms. I've done it all. And I'm here to tell you, don't go to college if you don't need to go to college, especially if you're laser focused on what you want to do. Far too many people waste their time doing so. As this woman here who has a daycare down the street from me, but she went to UCLA for Spanish. All right. It's just a sidebar. All right. Far too many of you treat and regard the matter almost as if it's an afterthought, and the results speak for themselves. Ladies, you guys are putting a lot of effort, time, and intention in your degrees, in your college, in your education, and your jobs, and not successfully having a relationship. And when you do get a relationship, you don't put enough effort into keeping it. It's time for you sophisticated ladies to perform that transference of skills from the class in the boardroom to your love life. And here's where it starts. So today's exercise is for all the ladies listening to Shannon who are, 1, if you are over the age of 35, 2, if you are college educated and in white collar professional classes, and 3, consider yourself to be in the market for a relationship with an above average guy. If you are 35 and older, you are college educated, and you are in the market to meet a guy who's above average, not regular, not a 5 when it comes to things that women want in men, but somebody who's above average, who has more above average things. Listen up. All other ladies who do not conform to those 3 parameters, you don't need to listen to me right now. You need not apply. Pardon the pun. Today's discussion does not concern you, so rejoice. If you're younger than 35, we're not talking to you. If you don't have college education, we're not talking to you. If you are not looking for a man, we're not talking to you. But if you are over 35, you're college educated, and you're looking for a man, listen up. Since so many of you ladies have made it a point to shout out from the mountaintops and tell anyone who will listen to you about how educated you are, how successful you are in your professional job, and so on, I thought to do something that you all should be familiar with and do it in a way that you all should easily understand. The relationship resume. Shout out to Aaron, Gentleman's Touch.
Hooah!
What up, Aaron? Aaron, listen to this one. We about to ask the ladies about their relationship resume.
Motion detected at the 6th Avenue.
We're asking about the relationship resume today. All right, here we go. All right, ladies, let's get to it, shall we? If you were to actually write a relationship resume, what would it look like? How would you read it? And how do you think it would read to the hiring manager? You do realize that we guys are your hiring managers, right? We all get what your objective is. Hence, Mr. Kevin Samuels' runaway success online over the past nearly 2 years. Fair enough, but what are your particular relationship skill sets, competencies, accomplishments, and certifications, ladies? What educational background do you have in this regard? How long has it been between relationships? And how would you explain the often lengthy gaps of time between them? Not situationships, not fuck buddies, actual relationships. Have you been out of a relationship for so long that your skills have atrophied? So long that in a very real sense, they are now obsolete? It doesn't even apply to today's times. Are you a team player, ladies? What is your productivity in a relationship? And how can that be empirically documented and measured? You can't just say it. I'm a team player. Trust me. I make him. I work well with him. I work well with my men. How can you prove it? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Talk is cheap. How can you show and document and to be able to accurately quantify what you're saying? What relationship references? Just like on a resume, you got to have references, right? What relationship references would you include in your resume? And can we contact them and ask them about it to back up what you're saying? What kind of interviewee would you be? We all get that you want to be hired. We understand that by a high value black man. We understand that you want to be hired by a high value guy. But why, ladies? Why would he want to hire you? As he's looking at your resume and he's going over your qualifications, your references, your skill sets, why would that man want to hire you? Right? If you are over the age of 35, you have had a bare minimum of 15 years of relationship, dating, and mating experience. Most of you in this cohort have children, right? If you're over 35, most of you. So a real world question emerges. In all that time, 15 years, if you're 35 and over, you've had at least 15 years of dating and mating experience. In all that time, what experience do you bring to bear to a relationship with a clearly above average to flat out high value black man that would make the enterprise of you being a part of his life worthwhile? Now, please be advised that any forms of knee-jerk reactions brought on by being seriously triggered of today's discussion will be met by my particular and signature style of stinging barbs with withering ridicule. You don't want to do that, ladies. Let's all comport yourselves with at least some measure of dignity here, okay? Oh, and you can keep that handing the visitors pass back. Any takers? This is how and why there are so many of your fellow sisters posting righteously indignant Instagram and Facebook posts and TikTok videos because they know deep down that their relationship resume is either paper thin or a hot fucking mess. Sometimes it's both. They don't like to be interviewed, don't like to be directly questioned because they all know that they really have that they all know. Because they know that all they really have to offer is what they're sitting on, the pussy. Which brings me to my final section of this chapter. So tighten your chin straps. Let's really talk about sex, shall we? Let me clear my throat, y'all. Because a lot of y'all ain't got nothing to bring but some pussy. And that's what the woman said in December. She know she ain't got nothing to bring but some pussy with her baby daddy drama and her 2 kids. Let's really talk about sex, shall we? Since when you really get down to it, most of you ladies have to barter with is what you're sitting on, your pussy, right? Let's go there. In contrast to your mama or your nana's era, where sex itself was shrouded in snow-covered television screens or bulky VCR tapes and brown paper bag-covered girly magazines, in today's world, sex and all it entails is as ubiquitous as the internet itself. Pornhub, right? Pornhub, or OnlyFans, or X videos. Heck, even Instagram are only a mouse click or a smartphone swipe away, and guys are paying attention to what the ladies with particular skill sets in the bedroom have to offer. And yes, they are comparing you to what they see on Pornhub. Make no mistake about it. After we get the basics out of the way, you know, the visuals, snatch waist, slim body, fat butt, big titties, or a dolled up face. After we get the basics out of the way, we then move on to the really good stuff. Let's start with your fellatio skills. That's dick sucking for those that don't know. Let's start with your fellatio skills. Do you even like to go down on a guy? How often do you feel? How do you feel about facials? How do you feel about a facial, about a guy coming all over your face? Do you have gag reflex? Let's get to how flexible and energetic you are in bed. Do you like to ride? Do you ride on with your knees, or do you squat, and for how long? Can you get into pretzel formation, ladies? This is where your yoga really helps, literally, ladies. How about anal? Uh-oh. Javaro says, I don't watch porn. Alicia says, can I put fit, feminine, friendly, faithful, and fun on my resume? You can put it on there, but it'll just be a highlight. Now you have to prove it. All right, ladies, how about anal? Want to know a major, albeit nowhere nearly as outspoken reason why your white and Latina competition is taking you to the cleaners in the dating and mating game? Well, there you go, because they take it in the ass, and you ladies don't, black ladies. Then there's your attitude towards sex. Oh, my God. Let's talk about your attitude towards sex. Yeah, we keeping it real around on this one. I know it's a wow, but he wrote it, and I'm going to read it. He wrote it. Do you like sucking dick? And do you like being nutted on? And do you even like it? And what's your dick riding skills like? Right? Then there's your attitude towards sex. Let's be honest, ladies. Many of you, when you can actually be bothered to have sex, tend to mail it in, starfish or cold dead mackerel style, for that hard-working, high-achieving brother you want to provide you with a great lifestyle, right? You barely fuck him good, but you want him to provide you a high, fun lifestyle filled with gifts and traveling. You're not kinky with him, at least. You're not down for whatever with him at least. And you all know why I keep saying with him in parentheses, because you had no problem going all out with the fuck boys that you like, the motherfuckers that don't care about you. You do whatever you want to do with them. But the guy that matters, he gets an issue. But all of a sudden you become more sexually conservative, like a Mormon wife, complete with neck to ankle nightgowns with him. Really? You see, we brothers, the non-select guys, the guys like Shannon, the guys like, I'm a non-select guy, right? The average guys, the guys like Shan, who ain't super duper sexy and all that, don't have I can't rip my t-shirt off and my six pack you can't just grate cheese on my chest and shit, right? Do bear some measure of blame for this state of affairs. Some of this stuff is my fault. Partly due to a sense of not wanting to upset so many of you, and partly due to the fear of not getting no pussy again in this life or the next. All of it adds up to us not telling you the truth about yourselves. I am definitely guilty of that. I kept my mouth shut for far too many years. It would be one thing if you ladies, when one major selling point were worth the price of admission, that you could suck and fuck like the proverbial porn star, and did it with wild abandon, did it with wild abandon with fuck boys and nice guys alike. You fuck the ain't shit dudes that don't care about you, that don't even text you or call you to check on you, and you fuck the guys that care about you the same. If you fuck this all the same, that'd be one thing, right? But the simple truth of the matter is, many of you ladies honestly think that you're doing the latter, you're doing the average guy, the guy that cares for you, a favor. You're giving him some sympathy pussy. The good guy gets sympathy pussy, while frittering away all your favors to the fuck boy for little or nothing, expecting the good guy to pay top dollar for a used product that you niggardly dole out as if it was gold to the fuck boys. It is not. Far too many of you think that dating and mating is akin to charity, and that black men, especially high-achieving, non-select black men, are the chief philanthropists. As noted above, we should shoulder some blame here, but as you must surely know by now, we have been making up for lost ground. Hence, how and why we're having this conversation today in the first place. If you want a brother that is worth his salt, if you want a brother that's worth his weight, you have to be offering something of value in return, ladies. That is the essence of relationships, especially in the 21st century. And in order for that to happen, you have to have something of value to offer to begin with. So, if all you truly have to offer, ladies, and this is the last paragraph of this chapter, if all you truly do have to offer is some pussy, as Miss Delia King honestly confessed back in December, at least be good at using that pussy. And be willing to do so for the kind of high value, high performing, and high achieving brother you claim you want. This is what I mean by suck dick on demand, ladies. Make no mistakes about that fact, and you will fully intend to bang his brains out ASAP and keep his balls bone dry on the regular. It's the least you can do. It's the least you can bring to the table. And you should be proud in saying so when asked, by the way, as more brothers will most surely be doing in the days, months, and years to come. Pardon the pun. Ladies and gentlemen, that is chapter 19. Hey, what's your relationship resume look like, ladies? What's your relationship resume look like? What do you have to offer to a relationship? What do you have to offer to the guy you want? What is the question I like? What value do you bring him? And if pussy is all you have to offer, are you giving that shit up like fucking super pussy woman? Like a super pussy woman. Are you banging his brains out? Are you learning are you sucking him dry? Or is he walking around with blue balls? But the other guy, the guy that you really like, ladies, y'all know who it is. I'm talking about Darnell and them niggas on the corner with their chest out, drinking. That nigga gets fucked like you a porn star. But the guy that matters, you think that's some sympathy pussy. Shout out to everybody that gave us super chat. I'm gonna switch over. Remember, I told you we trying this new system. I am going to shout out my man Closer Clinician. He gave a $5 super chat. You know what? I don't think I can do it this way because I'm gonna have to still do the stream sponsors. Like for instance, I'm gonna put up my man Kosher Clinician as a stream sponsor for just a hot second. Wait, there we go. Because he was a stream sponsor for a moment. The Kosher Clinician. Back that up. Why is my system doing that? Boom. Save that. Let's throw Kosher on the screen for a second. He says, trying to contact you, brother. Oh, really? Wait, hold on. Kosher says, Shan, I'm trying to contact you, brother. Let's plan for show Friday night free. Friday night free. What is that? I don't know. But give me a call. Okay. All right, Kosher, I'll hit you up. Kosher, email me. The best way to contact me where I can't, because voicemail, because those get filled up. But you know what I don't get a lot of? People don't just email. Shannon at shannonrawls.com or SR at shannonrawls.com or any of the emails. Even if it goes to my assistant, it'll get forwarded to me. Emails is almost like a to-do list for me because I keep my inbox empty. Like, you know how people have hundreds of emails, thousands of emails? I have 9. And I have a ton of email addresses for all my brands, my personal, my business. I have a ton of email addresses, but one thing that we make sure we do over at Rawls Enterprises is our inbox is empty. I know how efficient that is in real life, and so I require it for everybody that works for me, and then that's what I live by. So email me, and that'll be a to-do list. I'll hit you up for sure. Yeah, just on your other show, we was talking about we got to do something. So let's make it happen. This Friday, tomorrow. Are you talking tomorrow, Coach? I don't even know Coach is still here. Maybe he is. I'm not sure. Either way, I'll hit you back, Coach. Let's do a show. And then my man Javaro came in. Now I got to update the stream sponsor once again. Javaro Forbes, my man. Bless the channel with a $50 super chat, $49.99. Javaro says, been a minute for me, but I'm behind the scenes listening. I know you are. You know why I know? Because Javaro, you make sure you comment on every video. I know when Javaro will be watching the videos, because he goes back and he leaves a comment. Shout out to Javaro. He's a member of the SR Army. You guys notice his rank next to his name. He's been a supporter and a benefactor of this channel all year, since last year, since 2021. Shout out to my man Javaro. He worked out with us. You know, shout out to my guy Javaro Forbes. Thank you, man. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you, Kosher, for the blessings. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. You know, we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up because we have to actually read chapter 21 and 22 today as well. I'm going to come back in about an hour and read those. But I needed to finish up chapter 20. What does your relationship resume look like, ladies? And now we're going to knock out chapter 20 and 21. I'm sorry, we're going to knock out chapter 21 and 22. Chapter 21 is, why does Kevin Samuels get all the smoke while Derek Jackson doesn't? You guys know who Derek Jackson is, and you know my frat brother Kevin Samuels. So we're going to talk about, why does Kevin Samuels get all the smoke? Why does everybody hate Kevin Samuels, but they love Derek Jackson? I appreciate you. Yeah, we need to start working out again. I'm sitting here, I'm going hard on Kim and shiftless. and I need to do better. So we're gonna get it going. I know, right, Alicia? I made up Darnell. I don't know what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say? What other name can I give Pookie? Darnell? I mean, Darnell is a good name. You know, a lot of Darnells can be Pookies, right? Anyways, let's close the giveaway and then let's pick a winner. Let's pick a winner. Shout out to my guy Javaro and my guy Culture Clinician for blessing the channel. And look at that. The winner of today's giveaway is Kimberly Versio. Kimberly won again. And she was the one, she typed salute today and it didn't work. And I told her, I said, Kim, don't worry about it. It's going to pop up. It's going to pop up because I paused the giveaway system from Monday and I just resumed it today. So you was already in here and look at that. You won. So shout out to Kimberly for all the instructions. You already know, Kim, because you support my brand all the time. You buy my shirts all the time. For those that don't know, I have 7 different fashion brands. I only have 3 that are really up and running and 2 that are kind of quiet. But one of the ones that's up and running is the Bars Raw brand. It sells t-shirts like the one I'm wearing. Rosa Parks 1955. But Kimberly Versio is, I get the notifications and Kim be shopping. Kim be shopping. So shout out to Kim. I appreciate you and good job for winning today's giveaway. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Please share this video, like this video, join the SR Army, and subscribe to the channel because I'm coming back in about an hour to read another 2 chapters. I appreciate you guys. Remember, reading is the best way to expand your mind and your bank account. I'm sorry, it is. There's no way around it. If you don't read, you're going to be broke. It is what it is. If you don't read, don't expect to get no money. All right. I appreciate you guys and you are dismissed.
Yeah. Escucha. Mío en tu habitación, solo los 2 segundos que hay que detener. Porque si no siento tu voz o tu olor, te extraño y te quiero ver. Quiero ver. Tanto me falta. Todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes la mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Me haces falta, bebé. Dime qué tengo que hacer pa' tenerte de una vez, pa' no poderte perder. Dulce, eres mi bombón. Te quiero melocotón. Por ti corro un maratón. Solo de la dirección. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. Pa' mí no es suficiente. Yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión. Somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta. Todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes la mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Mira, somos perfectos. Es algo indiscutible. Mi estilo y tu estilo no están disponibles. Solo soy sensible cuando te tengo porque eres irresistible. Tus labios combinan con tus ojos. Porque eres tan pretty que hasta yo de eso me antojo. Chica, necesito mis anteojos. Quiero verte en noche hermosa de todos modos. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. A mí no es suficiente. Yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión. Somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta. Todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes la mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Tanto me tienes pinta de indicada.